Hi, I'm Rob from Rob's Been Running. I hope you are doing well, staying safe and training hard. Today is an exciting day because we are talking about my next race, the Istria110k by UTMB. For those who don't know, the Istria by UTMB running weekend is held in the northern mountains of Croatia, which you'll see on the screen now. So we're heading out to Croatia on Monday to start a week's worth of preparation before the race. I'm going to obviously be taking on the 110k, but there are 4 other races going on that weekend. You've got the 168k, the 69k, the 42k, and the 21k as well. So just go through the course a little bit. The second largest course, the 110k, starts from Buzet and offers a typical Istrian inland trails. After 20k, the 110k merges in with the 168k trail and continues, shall I say, put my teeth back in, continues to climb the highest peaks of Istria. As for the terrain, the part that leads through the Buzet is very rocky, I've been told, and demanding, but it gets easier the closer to the finish you get, and the finish is in Umag, which is where we're staying. Whilst the course profile doesn't sound too demanding, it's 3,900 metres of elevation gain. The UTMB does promise that this is a very challenging course, and that's probably likely due to the underfoot rocky conditions that we'll be facing. Maximum time for this course is 28 hours, so quite generous, but 110k could be challenging to see how the elevation is like, and those underfoot conditions. I'm sure it's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it, right? So looking through the course profile, you'll see that there's 7 aid stations on the course, roughly 10 to 15 kilometers apart, aside from the final aid station, I think, which is 7k, something like that. It's quite close together. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting, but I think a good amount of aid stations on course to top up, fuel up, and of course, if we talk about the heat over there, I don't think it's going to be that hot. Might get up to 18 on a good day. Fingers crossed it's sunny. I really don't want to be traipsing through mud and rain if we can help it, but we'll see what the conditions are like. Hopefully the weather gods are shining on us. But yeah, so looking forward to it. But I'm going to pop up a program of events and timetable for the whole weekend, so you can see that. But we have a pretty relaxed, I mean, we're going on the Monday, we'll arrive on the Tuesday because we're driving. We'll chill out for the first couple of days. And then on the Thursday and Friday, we've got the opportunity to get registered, either on the Thursday afternoon, stroke evening, meet the elites, and yeah, get ourselves registered. So if we don't do that Thursday, we can do it Friday morning. And then of course on the Saturday, that's where the whole thing begins. We have a very early start. We've got a 5:15 a.m. bus to get in Umag for the journey to the start line in Buzet. So I reckon that'll be a 4 a.m. wake up call, which would be lovely. So do enjoy those 4 a.m. wake up calls, but it'll be exciting. So I don't think we'll feel the tiredness until later on in the day. Mandatory kit for this race, well, it's pretty standard UTMB mandatory kit. I've got a few bits in front of me now. I'll pop it on the screen for you as well so you can see it. Obviously running packs, mobile phones with charger, all of that stuff. You've got to have the UTMB app on there, the Live Trail app. Soft cup, minimum of 1 litre water reserve, but that will go up to potentially 1.5 litres or 2 litres in warm weather. 2 working headlamps, survival blankets, the famous self-adhesive bandage, which I haven't got it, but I've got it, which is good. It's something that you have to get for UTMB races. Food reserves, all of that type of thing. Waterproof jackets, long leg trousers, cap, bandana, and yeah, and some passport ID and all the bits and pieces. Waterproof over trousers. and warm gloves and what have you. So because it's a mountainous race, obviously the higher up the mountains you get, it's going to get cold. We don't know how cold, so you just got to be prepared for that, which is why UTMB insist on all this equipment. And of course, if it does get warm out there, I doubt it's going to, because the climate at that time of year in Croatia isn't generally that hot, but you never know. But if it gets hot, you've got to have sunglasses, Sahara cap, obviously sunscreen, and the minimum water supply is 2 litres then. So hopefully that's not the case. And then obviously if there's cold weather, you're going to have to take additional stuff with you, protective eyewear, third warm layer, spare clothing, etc, etc. So yeah, it's the standard UTMB kit list really when it comes to for mandatory kit. So as I mentioned, we're travelling to Croatia on Monday, staying in Imag, found a fingers crossed a nice place to stay in Imag, and it's not too far from the finish line and where registration is as well, so I think we'll have quite an easy time of it when we're in Imag, and we'll use those first 2 days when we get there just to have a browse around, make sure we can find everything, and then we haven't got to worry on Thursday or Friday when we start to do registration, etc. So nice and relaxed, and also have a chance just to have a look around and see the place really. So we'll take a couple of trips out on Tuesday and Wednesday just to have a look around Croatia. I've not been there before, so it'd be nice to have a look, see what it's like. So yeah, hopefully that will be good. In terms of fueling, I am sticking with my tried and tested, so we're using Precision Chews, Precision Hydration. They're really, really good. That's the mint and lemon ones. I'll be using my trusty Torque gels, so a few different flavours of those. I've just got a stock in from Torque a couple of days ago. Flapjacks, so I'll have a few of those as well. Some Kendall mint cake, just in case I need a change of palette, flavour, etc. Because sticky gels can get a little bit too much sometimes. In terms of fluid, 3 options. So I'll definitely be running with Tailwind. So this is my go-to carbohydrate drink mix. So this is the lemon flavour. That's the one I like. It's quite subtle, but it's quite nice. High 50. This is the berry flavour. I've been using this for years. It's got the caffeine in it as well. So I'm not sure this one has actually. I think I've got 1 caffeine. Yeah, 1 caffeine and 1 non-caffeine. And then another one which I've been getting into recently, another electrolyte drink, is called Hydro. You may have seen that. A lot of the like football clubs, rugby clubs and things use this. It's been tested for banned substances tested for sports. So definitely no nasties in there. And they've been working quite well on my training. So in terms of training, how's that been going? Hit and miss. I don't feel unfit. I feel quite fit actually in general. So I don't think there's going to be any issues there. The strength training has gone okay. The stair stepper training has gone okay. So I've been doing quite a lot on that, as you might have seen on the social media, or I've documented before. I did buy a stair climbing machine, which was quite a significant outlay in cash, but I thought if I'm climbing mountains, I really do need help, because we don't have the biggest mountains on the outskirts of London, funnily enough. Epping Forest is not full of 1,000 metre climbs. I wish it was, it'd be very useful, but it isn't. So I've been making do in terms of running up hills, doing hill reps and things like that as much as possible. It's quite difficult to get the vert in, but also on the stair climber, sessions on there, just grinding because it does feel like a grind on there, but every week on the stair climber doing some sessions on there, and that's been helping. I've noticed the difference quite a bit actually, so that's really good. But I have had a few things to deal with, as it was a 9-week training block. A week of that I was ill for, so I struggled to train. And then 2 weeks of that, I've been nursing a hamstring strain as well, which hasn't stopped me running, but it's stopped the intensity. I've had to lower the intensity and for a while lower the distance. That's pretty much gone now. And then I do have a calf strain as well on my other leg, which is quite a recent thing. It's not a bad calf strain, it's not stopping me running or anything. But I am going to the physio today to get that flushed out just before we go, just to make sure that the legs are in good condition. So the physio will work on, we'll just have a check on the hamstring, and he'll check on the calf as well. I think they're both fine. And you are often towards the end of your training block, just before a race, you do feel like you're getting niggles here and there. So I think it's relatively normal. I do have a lot of trouble with my calf anyway on the right leg, so it's not something new to me, something I manage generally anyway. But yeah, we'll get that flushed out, and then hopefully we'll all be fine on race day. There will be no DNFs. I'm sick of DNFing. I DNF'd my last 2 races, albeit they both were 100 milers, and for different reasons, one stomach and one an injury. 2 injuries actually on that race, but so there'll be no DNFs. I'll crawl to the line if I have to. It might be pretty, but we'll see. Hopefully things will go well and we'll get round in a respectable time, whatever that looks like. As I say, I've got 28 hours to do it, so I'm hoping that we'll get in obviously much quicker than that, but we'll see. We'll just take it as it comes and get ourselves to the finish line. So fingers crossed we have a good day, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that is the Istria by UTMB. Yeah, really, really exciting. Obviously I'm taking the cameras along, so you'll be able to follow that journey. And that journey starts on Monday when we get into the car and head down to Dover to get the ferry. So yeah, that's where the journey will begin. That's where I'll begin the filming to take you on that ride, so you can see a little bit of the journey that we embark on when we go and do these things as well, because we always drive. So yeah, great. Hopefully you found that useful. If anybody out there is also doing Istria by UTMB, please do let me know in the comments below. It'd be really good to catch up with people while we're out there. These trips are always exciting, so it's nice to meet and see friendly faces when you're out there. I did notice in the running list that there are quite a lot of Brits out there doing that. So yeah, if you're watching, yeah, do come along over and say hello if you see us over there. But otherwise, thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you on the channel soon. Train hard, race hard, have fun. Until next time, I will see you soon. Take care.